What this actually means, stripped of hype, Pi is introducing subscription payments via smart contracts on testnet. In plain terms, users can authorize recurring payments, apps can charge periodically like Netflix-style models. It tries to avoid the usual blockchain friction, manual approvals every time. That's not new in crypto broadly. What matters is how Pi is doing it and whether it actually works at scale. The real problem they're trying to solve. Traditional blockchain payments struggle with subscriptions because 1. Repeated approvals, users must sign every payment manually, kills UX. 2. Prepay models, you lock full funds up front, inefficient plus risky. 3. Custodial solutions, platform controls funds, defeats decentralization. Pi is claiming, open quote, we solved this without losing wallet control. Close quote. That's a big claim. You should question it. The critical questions you should be asking. 1. How is authorization handled? Is it time-based permission, spending limits, revocable contract? If users can't easily revoke, dangerous. If devs can pull funds automatically, centralization risk. 2. Where is the logic enforced? Fully on-chain smart contract or partially off-chain coordination? If off-chain is involved, you introduce trust assumptions. This is not fully decentralized. 3. Gas fees model. Subscriptions fail if fees, payment value, or unpredictable. If Pi doesn't solve this, no real adoption. Now 4. Developer friction. They said, open quote, developers are encouraged to integrate, close quote. But reality, is the SDK simple? Are tools mature? Is documentation production ready? If not, nobody builds anything meaningful. Now 5. Testnet versus reality. This is testnet, meaning no real economic pressure, no real attacks, no real user behavior. Most systems look perfect on testnet. Brutal truth, this is not groundbreaking innovation globally. Projects on Ethereum, Solana have already explored subscription-like mechanics, so Pi is catching up, not leading. Where Pi might have an advantage. If Big IF, it integrates directly with its mass user base, makes subscriptions extremely simple, keeps fees low, ensures smooth UX, no signing every time. Then it could unlock real-world use cases faster than other chains. Because Pi's edge is not tech, it's distribution. Strategic implication, this is what you should focus on. This feature matters only if it leads to 1. Real apps, SaaS tools, marketplaces, content platforms. 2. Actual recurring demand for Pi, not speculation. 3. Locked economic loops, users pay, devs earn, ecosystem grows. If that loop doesn't form, this is just another announcement. Snash, if you're thinking like an investor or builder, don't ask, open quote, is this exciting? Close quote. Ask, who will actually use this? What product becomes possible now that wasn't before? What stops a developer from building the same thing elsewhere? Bottom line, this update is a necessary step, not a game changer yet. It becomes powerful only if mainnet supports it, real apps use it, users actually pay with Pi running this, but almost nobody is asking the dangerous question. Setup, 2045, open quote. So here's what just happened. Pi Network introduced subscription-based smart contracts on testnet. Close quote. That means apps can now charge you automatically, like Netflix, Spotify, or SaaS tools, but using Pi. Simplify the value for 5, open quote. Why does this matter? Close quote. Because until now, crypto has struggled with one thing, recurring payments. On most blockchains like Ethereum, you either approve every payment manually or lock your funds up front. Both options are terrible for real users. Pi is trying to fix that. At how it works, to 120s. Open quote. Pi's idea is simple. You give permission once, and the app can charge you over time without taking full control of your wallet. Close quote sounds perfect, right? Not so fast. Tension, doubt. One, open quote, here's the part nobody is talking about. Close quote, if an app can charge you automatically, what stops it from abusing that permission? Can you cancel instantly? Is there a spending limit? Is it fully on-chain or controlled behind the scenes? Because if this isn't designed properly, this becomes less secure, not more. Reality check, 17 is 2 Ts. Open quote, also, let's be honest, close quote, this isn't new. Other blockchains like Solana have already experimented with similar systems, so Pi is not leading here. It's catching up. shift to opportunity, open quote, but here's where things get interesting, close quote. Pi has something most blockchains don't. Millions of users. If developers actually build subscription apps, marketplaces, paid tools, this could create real demand for Pi. Big question 26300s, open quote, and that leads to the only question that matters, close quote. Will people actually pay with Pi? Because if they don't, this entire update means nothing. Call to acts. Full 15-minute script. Open quote. Pi Network just introduced subscriptions. People are calling it a breakthrough. Close quote. But here's the problem. Most of them don't actually understand what this means. And if you don't understand it, you could either miss a real opportunity or walk straight into a trap. Open quote. In this video, I'll break down, close quote, what Pi subscriptions really are, how they work technically, the hidden risks nobody is talking about, and the real business opportunities behind this sound. No hype, just reality. Now 133, what is this update really? Open quote. Pi introduced subscription-based smart contracts on testnet. Close quote. In simple terms, users can authorize recurring payments using Pi. This is similar to Netflix, Spotify, SaaS platforms. But instead of fiat, it's crypto. 3.5, the real problem in crypto. Open quote. Subscriptions sound simple, but in crypto, they're not. Close quote. On most blockchains like Ethereum, you must approve every payment manually or lock funds up front. Both destroy user experience. That's why subscriptions haven't scaled properly in crypto. 5 to 7. What Pi is trying to solve. Open quote. Pi is trying to fix this with a smarter design. Close quote. You authorize once payments happen over time, but you still keep wallet control. That's the key claim. If true, it removes friction. 7.9z. Open quote. But this is where you need to think critically. Close quote. If apps can charge automatically, what prevents abuse? Can developers overcharge? Can users cancel instantly? If control is weak, this becomes dangerous, because crypto is supposed to protect users, not expose them. 9 to 11 comparison. Is this new? Open quote. Let's be honest. Close quote. This idea isn't new. Other chains like Solana have explored similar systems, so Pi is not innovating at the highest level. It's trying to simplify and scale it. 11. Real opportunities. Open quote. Now here's the part that actually matters. Close quote. If this works, it unlocks real business models, paid communities, online tools, education platforms, digital services. And this is critical, because value doesn't come from mining Pi. It comes from people spending it. Number 13, 1430, Do will win. Open quote. The winners won't be, close quote, the people waiting, the people speculating. The winners will be builders, early adopters, people solving real problems because they create demand. 1413, 1530. Open quote. So here's the truth, close quote. This update is powerful, but only if people actually use it. Otherwise, it's just another announcement. Now I want your opinion. Would you pay a subscription using Pi? And if you're serious about understanding where this is going,